Like when your inner being changes and shifts into another dimension or reality, your life will never be the same. You will be experiencing life different than other humans. In other words, you pretty much won't be human. You'll be living in a different realm. Spiritual beings do not experience reality like humans do. They're in a different category. Where they see the entire universe as bliss, we see the entire universe as candle, wall, air, person, thoughts, and so on and so forth. So the spiritual being is in a completely different perspective, you could say. That's why we light the candle for tiny, tiny Swamiji, who represents the entire cosmos, ironically, from the tiniest atom to the largest galaxy. That is what he represents. So when you look into the eyes of the Satguru, you look into eternity because there's no one there. That being is everywhere. You may think it may appear like a body, but their consciousness is the entire universe. So then you come face to face with such a being and they know exactly what all of your karma is. They know your past, they know your present, and they know your future because they are you. That's the difference. You think you're me and he's over there, and he has no feeling about that at all. He knows he is you, and therefore knows every single detail about you. He doesn't need to ask you any questions. Knows exactly what you are, who you are, and also how to unwrap your soul. Because your soul's like a little present, little gift. It's present. And you unwrap this gift, and then suddenly, wow, my life is so fantastic. And then when you wake up in the morning, instead of saying, I have to go to work, you say, I can't wait. And it doesn't even matter what work you're doing. It could be hard work laboring in ditches, or it could be a millionaire trading stocks. It doesn't matter what you're doing because you see through blissful eyes. So it's all good. Wouldn't that be great to be in that state? That's why we're following the path of yoga. That's the encouragement, because there are beings that are in that state. So when you find those beings, you're like, oh, it's possible. When you know it's possible, you say, okay, well, maybe I can do it then. And then you start little by little. Now, it's sometimes hard to change our habits. When instead of going home and watching TV, we say, okay, I'm going to go to a ranch or a park and sit and connect with the earth. That may be your first step. That may be the most you can do to start your spiritual practice. And then you start to kind of grow that. And spirituality, a major portion of it has to do with developing virtues. And I'm not talking about just, oh, I did a good deed today. Oh boy, look at me. I gave $1 to a person on the street. Something like that. It's becoming a river of virtue, flowing of virtue that never stops. So if you talk about a divine virtue like patience, no matter how heavy the traffic is on the 405, you are so radiantly happy and wishing everyone well who is stressed out around you, who's begging to go home, and you're so happy to sit in your car and smiling, waving to the people next to you. Right? That's an enlightened being. That's true patience. You don't need to get anywhere. You're happy in your car, you're happy at home, you're happy at a park, you're all good wherever, so to speak, the Lord puts you. You don't need to control your environment anymore or other people to get your way in order to be happy. You are as you are. And think about it. If the whole world appears this miraculous, nothing needs to change. No one needs to change. We don't need to fight anything. We don't need to do this or that or worry about this. Not that you become complacent and you just allow the world. You can fight for the rights of others, but you're not stressed about it. You're happy. If it succeeds or if it fails, you're still good because you see everything in divine order. There's nothing that's out of place. Nothing in your life that is out of place. It is so perfectly orchestrated. If you could get that, you'd be happy all the time. It's just that we're not happy with the circumstances that we're in, and we have to change it in order to make our life better. That's the stress. Every day we're struggling against that stress. It's exhausting. No wonder we have to sleep 8 hours a day to recover from that stress.